Rosh Hashanah, Perek Gimel, Mishnah Hey. Until this point, we have been discussing the last couple of Mishnayos, the preference for what type of shofar we should use, whether it's for Rosh Hashanah or whether it's for the Tanyas, the fast days. We're now going to discuss what type of shofar we should use on Yom Kippur of the Yovel year, when also the shofar was blown. So the Mishnah starts off by telling us, Shover ha-Yovel le Rosh Hashanah, that Yovel, the Jubilee year, which is the 50th year in the cycle, is similar to Rosh Hashanah. La Tekiah, as far as blowing the shofar is concerned, Vela Brachas, and as far as the Brachas are concerned. That means that just like on Rosh Hashanah, according to this Tana we have learnt, the preference is to use a shofar which is straight, and which is the shofar of a wild goat. So too on Yovel, we should use the same type of shofar. Even though the reason why we said it's a preference for Rosh Hashanah is because we blow the Tekiah, we blow the shofar during our tefillah, and just like our tefillah is something that is straight and something that is simple, so too we want to use a shofar that reflects that. The shofar that we use in the Yovel is not for that reason. The shofar we use in the Yovel is, at the moment one blows the shofar, that is the moment at which the avodim, the slaves, go free, and the moment at which all the land that has been sold during the last 49 years goes back to its original owner. Nevertheless, we have a Gzeira Shava Shavi'i to tell me that whatever shofar you use during the 7th month, during Tishri, should all be the same. Once I know that on Rosh Hashanah we use a straight shofar from a wild goat, so I know automatically that that is the correct shofar to use for Yovel as well. In addition, there's another similarity between the shofar on Rosh Hashanah and the shofar on Yovel, and that is the number of tekiyas that we blow. The number of sounds that come out of the shofar should also be similar both to Rosh Hashanah and to Yovel. The Mishnah also tells us v'la brachas, for the brachas. That means that just like during the Musaf Tefillah of Rosh Hashanah we add Malchios, Zichronos and Shofros, specific psukim relating to those three topics, so too, the Musaf of Yom Kippur of the Yovel year, we also add the Malchios, Zichronos and Shofros. The Gemara in Rosh Hashanah tells us that the one pasuk of Zeh Hayom Tchilas Ma'asecha, that today is the beginning of your creation, that pasuk we don't say on Yom Kippur of Yovel because it's not applicable there. The day of the beginning of creation is only on Rosh Hashanah, not on Yom Kippur. Mishnah continues by telling us, Rabbi Yehuda Omer, the Tana Rabbi Yehuda says, Rosh Hashanah toikin b'shal zechorim. He argues with the Tanna Kamma, and he says that the type of shofar that you use on Rosh Hashanah is not from a wild goat, and is not a straight shofar, faket. It's a bent shofar, it's a curved shofar, and it's from a ram. And says Rabbi Yehuda that on the Yom Hadin, the day of judgment that is Rosh Hashanah, it's much more applicable, it's much more in keeping with the day, to have something which is a symbol of humility and subjugation. And therefore, rather than using a straight shofar, you use a curved shofar. The additional, of course, fact of using a shofar from a ram is that it recalls the schus of Akedas Yitzchak, which took place on Rosh Hashanah. And says the Mishnah of a Yovelos b'shal Ye'elim. But on the Yovel year, Rabbi Yehuda says it's not equated to the shofar you use on Rosh Hashanah. That's more appropriate to use a straight shofar, the shofar from a wild goat. There is a machlokas rishonim as to exactly what Rabbi Yehuda is saying here. Is Rabbi Yehuda saying, as the Rambam learns, that the shofar of an ayil, the shofar of an... Or do we say that in fact the shitta of Rabbi Yehuda is just a preference? And he's saying, lechatchila, we would rather you use on Rosh Hashanah the shofar of an ayil, of a ram. But b'diavad, if you use a shofar from any of the other animals of which we've previously mentioned, in other words, as long as it's not a non-kosher animal, it's not a treif animal, and as long as it's not a shofar from cattle, and as long as it's not a shofar which is not naturally hollow, then b'diavad you are yotza. As a matter of halacha, we paskin that taka lechatchila you should use an ayil, you should use from a ram, but if not, if you use one of the other kosher shofars, that's perfectly okay, and you are yotza. V'ad kan, Mishnah Hey.